Have you ever watched your favorite streamer and just wondered, how do they do that? How do they make their broadcasts look so good? Well, the secret is usually this one powerful professional-grade tool that, believe it or not, is totally free. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the program that basically runs the entire creator economy, OBS Studio.
And when I say it runs the economy, I am not kidding. Check this out. A whopping 60% of all streamers use this single piece of software. We're talking everyone from the person just starting out in their bedroom to the biggest esports superstars on the planet. This just proves you don't need to spend a dime to get professional results. This free tool, it's the undisputed king.
And that's really the magic of it, isn't it? It costs nothing, there are no features hidden behind a paywall, and it's the exact same software the pros are using. So our goal today is super simple. We're going to take all that pro-level power and make it yours by covering the absolute essentials to get you started and get you started fast.
Okay, so you open it up for the first time and yeah, it can look a little intimidating. It's just this blank canvas with a whole bunch of buttons. That feeling is totally normal. But don't you worry, getting started is actually the easiest part.
So let's dive right into your first setup. This part is all about getting the software onto your computer and just getting you comfortable with your new dashboard. And we're going to do it in just 3 simple steps.
All right, step 1, and listen up, because this is super important for security. Only download OBS from its official website. That's obsproject.com, nowhere else. When you launch it, it's going to ask if you want to run an auto configuration wizard. Say yes. Let it do its thing. It'll scan your computer and your internet to give you the best settings right out of the gate. Then we just need to figure out what we're looking at.
And this is it. This is your main dashboard, and it's broken down into 6 key areas. That big window in the middle, that's your preview. What you see is what your audience sees. Down below, you've got scenes and sources, which are kind of like your visual building blocks. We're going to get into those in just a minute. Then, over on the right, you've got your audio mixer for all things sound, scene transitions for those cool stylish switches, and finally, the controls panel. That's where you'll actually hit Start Streaming. This whole thing, it's your new command center.
But before we go any further, let's do a quick reality check. Can your computer actually handle this? The good news is the minimum specs are pretty forgiving, so you really don't need a supercomputer to get started. But if you're aiming for that nice, crisp 1080p stream, you'll want to look at those recommended specs. Getting to 16 gigs of RAM and having a dedicated graphics card, that's going to make your life a whole lot easier.
All right, now for the fun part, the creative stuff. Section 2, building your visuals. I'm telling you, this is the most fundamental concept in all of OBS. Once you get your head around scenes and sources, everything else is going to just click right into place.
So what even is a scene? The easiest way to think about it is like a set in a play or a different camera shot in a movie. It's a whole visual layout. So you'll have one scene for your main gameplay, another one for when you're just chatting with your audience, and maybe another one for when you need to take a quick break.
And what goes inside those scenes? Well, that's where sources come in. Think of sources as the ingredients. It's your game capture, it's your webcam, maybe a logo, your follower alerts. You basically mix and match all these different sources together to build out each of your unique scenes.
Okay, now for a super important tip, and I mean it. This is the #1 thing beginners get wrong. The order of your sources matters a lot. Whatever is at the top of that list is what appears in front, just like stacking papers on a desk. This means you want your webcam above your game capture in the list. Otherwise, your face is going to be hidden behind the game.
Want a little shortcut? Here's a pro-level starter pack for you. Seriously, pretty much every big streamer uses some version of these 5 essential scenes. You've got your starting soon countdown, your main content scene, a full-screen camera view for chatting, a be right back screen, and an ending screen. Using this structure right away will give your broadcast that professional, polished flow.
Okay, so your stream is looking great, but now we have to talk about something that's actually more important. It's time to master the golden rule of audio. Here's the thing. People will put up with a video that's a little bit pixelated, but if your audio is bad, they will click away in a heartbeat.
And here it is, the golden rule. Your voice has to be the main event. It should always be louder than the game or the music. Remember, people are tuning in to hear you, your jokes, your reactions, your personality. If the game is drowning you out, you're going to lose them. It really is that simple.
And here's how you actually put that rule into practice, with real numbers. Look at your audio mixer and watch those little green and yellow bars. You want your voice to be peaking up in the yellow range, right around -6 decibels. That's nice and clear. At the same time,
Everything else, the game, any music, should be way lower, down in the green, around -12 decibels. That simple balance is the key to a perfect professional-sounding audio mix.
So, you've installed the software, you've built your visuals, you've balanced your audio. You know what? There's really only one thing left to do. It's time to get ready to go live. The very last step is just connecting OBS to whatever platform you want to stream to. All you do is head into Settings, then click on Stream. The easiest way, by far, is to just connect your Twitch or YouTube account directly. It handles all the complicated techie stuff for you.
Now, a quick but really critical warning. If you decide to use a stream key instead of connecting your account, you need to treat that key like it's the password to your bank account. Never, ever share it with anyone.
And that's it. You've actually done all the hard work. You set everything up, you built your scenes, you balanced your audio. Now, down in that little controls panel, there's just one button waiting for you to press it.
So, there you have it. You now have the knowledge and the exact same free, powerful tool that the world's top creators are using every single day. The only question left is, what are you going to create with it?